they're sending white women to jail, so you know it's serious. Because our government prioritizes the welfare and the comfort of corporations over citizens. After learning that her claim had been denied, Breonna Boston said, "Delay, deny, depose, you people are next," which were the same words carved onto the bullets used to kill United Health CEO Brian Thompson. So consequently, healthcare corporations, and all corporations in general, are running scared and pressuring the government to protect them from people like this, Breonna Boston, who doesn't even own a weapon. When confronted by police, Breonna was like, "I wasn't going to take any action against Blue Cross. I was just saying that I think insurance companies are evil and karma's at play." So basically, this woman is just stating facts at this point, and because the insurance companies don't like hearing the truth about themselves, they're going to do everything they can to vilify anyone that steps in between them and their profit. And our government's going to help them because there are tons and tons of lobbyists that pay bajillions of dollars to politicians to ensure that they can have this kind of protection from the government. They're sending people to jail for saying words that they don't want to hear. You know who the government isn't going to protect? You and your job. Do you know how I know that? Because as a public school teacher, do you know how many things were said to me that were worse than this? You know how often public school teachers are an imminent threat? Like from school shootings every single day, and no one's coming in to save them. Do you know why? Because public school teachers don't run corporations. They don't have millions of dollars to give to politicians so that they'll enact policies that they want them to. They're using this situation, they're using Breonna Boston to scare people into submission. And they're going to confuse a lot of you into believing that this is all about preserving the system of justice in this country and law and order. But in the reality, it's just about protecting profits over people, like always, because it's capitalism. No matter how many times they try to convince us that Brian Thompson was killed in cold blood, people are going to question why it is that corporations get to continue to kill thousands and thousands of people each year in this country for profit. But when someone steps in to potentially stop that damage, they are the ones at fault, not the corporations who started the chain of events. And then you'll hear the push of rhetoric from insurance corporations telling people murder doesn't solve anything. And yet we just saw Blue Cross walk back from its policy last week of denying people anesthesia because all eyes were on Blue Cross and they realized it was a PR nightmare. And so because Brian Thompson was killed, they didn't implement this policy, and that saved lives. Do you know why it saved lives? Because when procedures aren't covered by insurance, in whole or in parts, people elect not to get those procedures done if they can hold off because they just can't afford them. Insurance companies not only know this, they bank on this. They know it, they're aware of it, and they're hoping that's the case because they don't want to have to pay for your procedure. They know this is going to result in deaths. They have an equation for it. The allegiance that people have to these corporations as if they will abide by law and order. It's a business, and their profitability matters more than anything else, even your life.